Good morning, learners. Today's topic is microorganisms as our friend or foe. Actually speaking, microorganisms have useful effects as well as harmful effects in our lives. Sometimes they act in such a manner that we feel that they are our friends because of their usefulness. Sometimes they also cause harmful diseases, so we feel that they are our foe. But because of this nature, they are said to be our friend as well as foe. But we have to justify this statement. We have to prove this statement by giving some of the examples where we can prove that they are harmful as well as useful. So, useful means act as a friend, harmful when they are acting as a foe. Foe means enemy. Now, let's start with microbes as our friends. Some microorganisms are used in the production of curd, that is yogurt, dahi, bread and cake. In bakeries, microorganisms are used. Some microorganisms have been used for the production of alcohol, that is wine and vinegar. They are used in breweries for the making of beverages. They are also used in cleaning up of the environment as decomposers. You know, some of the decomposers like bacteria, fungus, they act on biodegradable things and they decompose them. So, we can say microorganisms are nature's cleaners. They clean up the nature, especially biodegradable waste. They break down plant and animal waste into biogas. Biogas production happens only because of the microorganism. Microorganism can decompose the organic waste. In agricultural field, microorganisms are used to increase the soil fertility because they have a special property of fixing nitrogen. They fix up nitrogen. Fixing nitrogen means although 78% of nitrogen is present in atmosphere, but plants they cannot use that nitrogen in its elemental form. They want nitrogen in its compound form like nitrate, which they can absorb easily. So, who helps them to convert elemental nitrogen into compound form? That is microorganisms. Now, see, this slide shows all the points clearly that what are the different uses of microorganism. Now, next is that they are used for making antibiotics. The antibiotics are made from bacteria and fungus and are used to cure some diseases. First antibiotic penicillin was made by Alexander Fleming in 1929. It is also used in preparation of vaccines. Vaccines given to small kids also like polio. I will give one more video on vaccination and immunization later on. It increases soil fertility by nitrogen fixation like one of the bacteria rhizobium which lives in the root nodules of the plants that fixes nitrogen in its elemental form and convert it into its compound form. It is also used, microorganisms are also used in setting of the curd and making cheese. How the curd is formed? This question must be arising in your mind. A bacterium called lactobacillus. Can you tell me the shape of this bacteria? You have already learned in previous videos. Lactobacillus is rod shaped bacteria. Do you remember that I told you bacteria are divided into different classes based on their shapes. This bacteria lactobacillus multiplies in milk and convert it into curd. Now, as a whole, just do the division how we can say microbes are our friend. Microbes are our friend because they are used in making curd, bread, cake, wine, acids, alcohol. They are also used as a decomposers. They clean up the nature. They increase the fertility of the soil. Not only this, there are some amazing facts related here how the curd is formed. The bacteria which is responsible for the formation of curd is lactobacillus. Now come to the second point, that is microbes as our enemy. Harmful effects of microorganism. Foe means enemy. Some of the microorganisms cause diseases, not only in human beings, they cause diseases in plants and animals also. Such disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. Pathogens are microorganisms only which cause diseases. Like in this tabular representation, I have given you one of the example like plant disease, citrus canker, then animal disease, foot and mouth disease in cattle, basically animals, and human disease, malaria. All these diseases are caused by the microorganisms only. So now we are focusing on its harmful effects basically in our life. They spoil our food also, cause food poisoning, they spoil clothes, leather, etc. You must have seen fungus growing over them if it is kept unattended. Robert Koch discovered the bacterium that causes anthrax disease in humans and cattle. It is also a serious disease, and it was discovered that it is caused by the bacterium, and it was discovered by Robert Koch. This is the example of plant disease, citrus canker. You know, citrus fruits like lemon, you must have seen in your garden also, sometimes the leaves and the fruit of the lemon turns like this. You can see these pigmentations over the fruit and the leaves. This is the disease caused in the plants, basically the juicy plants. Now see, this is the animal disease. You can see here the cattle. This is foot and mouth disease in cattle. You can see how there are some patches or skin infections in the mouth and foot portion of the cattle. So by these slides we can prove that they are acting as a foe also. So what are the key points? First, they cause diseases in animals, humans and plants. They cause food poisoning, spoilage of the food, clothing, leathers, and they act as a pathogens also. Pathogens are the microorganisms which cause diseases. Thank you. Enjoy your day.